In the early years of the Cold War, inside windowless rooms in California, a strange kind of oracle was born. It did not speak in riddles. It spoke in numbers. And the question it answered was the only one that mattered. How many people would die, and when? This was Rand Corporation, 1950-something. A think tank built for one purpose: to imagine the unimaginable before the Soviets could make it real. Here, mathematicians and strategists fed early computers with scenarios of nuclear war, blast radii, wind patterns, population density. Out came a number, a cold clinical figure called megadeaths, millions of human lives, reduced to a single statistic on a printed page. At the center of it stood a man named Herman Kahn. Calm, almost cheerful, he calculated the unthinkable with the detachment of a man balancing a checkbook. He didn't ask if nuclear war was survivable. He asked how many would survive, and what kind of world they'd wake up into. His reports read like prophecy. Some called him a genius. Others called him terrifying. But the machines didn't stop at counting bodies. They began to predict decisions, yours, mine, an enemy general's 3,000 miles away. Game theory turned human choice into mathematics. Every move in the nuclear standoff was modeled, scored, simulated thousands of times over, searching for the one path that didn't end in ash. And then came SAGE, a vast, humming network of computers built to watch the skies for incoming Soviet bombers. Operators sat in darkened rooms, staring at glowing radar screens, waiting for a blip that might mean the end of the world. The machine didn't just detect threats. It decided, in fractions of a second, how to respond. Humans were almost an afterthought, a final signature on a decision the algorithm had already made. Behind closed doors, even darker questions were asked. Could a computer predict not just mass death, but individual death? Who among a population would die first, and how fast, in the chaos after a strike? Reports from this era remain, even now, only partially declassified. What we do know is unsettling enough, because what began as an attempt to prevent catastrophe slowly became something else, a machine that didn't just imagine the apocalypse, but rehearsed it again and again and again. The Cold War ended. The bombers never came. But the logic these machines pioneered, predicting human behavior, calculating risk, modeling death at scale, never disappeared. It simply changed its name. And today, it doesn't sit in a bunker anymore. It sits in your pocket.